2, 1, brawl.
All right, here we go. Sandstorm versus Wrenched in the first game of top 8 today. It's DreamHack Dallas Finals. And these guys are both on the same team. We talk about this is Team Wildcard versus Team Wildcard. Wildcard Esports bringing these guys out here, representing.
Yes,
and they're not holding back punches here. They are both on their best characters.
Yeah, we see Sandstorm on Mordex fighting against Wrenched on Asuri. The two characters we've seen used all day, and so far no surprise picks as they go into Twilight Grove for game number 1. Sandstorm playing very well with the Scythe. The first neutral light nair doesn't work. He gets the second one, and Wrenched fighting back very strong with the downlights off the island.
He's always been like the best at getting downlight resets, and he'll combo off of that really hard.
Yes. Oh, and look, there was the first one. Didn't lead into anything, but it put Sandstorm off the side of the stage, got more nairs, and Sandstorm at a damage deficit at the very beginning of this match.
You know Wrenched is hungry for this, right? Ever since the World Championship of 2018 where they met in Grand Finals, he's been searching for his opportunity to surpass Sandstorm, and so far so good, but it is a best-of-5 set. He's got to consistently keep it going. And you just never know with Sandstorm. His gimping potential is insane. He can just take you off stage and
he has some of the most creative Scythe Nair combos into the wall for sure. But yes, Wrenched with the lead. And what's even more interesting is that this is the same tournament like last year, not at Dallas, but at Austin, that Wrenched came so close to being able to take the victory, only to come to second. So he has a lot on the line here, but the side doesn't actually
still alive. Sandstorm really going after Wrenched there, but Wrenched floats up as high as he possibly can, and now starting to get some extra credit on this stock. I think Wrenched. Oh, man. That was. Oh, and now Wrenched falls prey. It was like a bait. It was like a super bait.
And then both players were too afraid to touch the wall from the threat of the ground pound, but Sandstorm ended up winning out. But that was so close to Sandstorm.
That was a small error by Sandstorm, or well, it would have been a huge error had he actually flubbed that one. And we did see him actually accidentally SD yesterday towards the end of the day for his promotion match into top 8.
Luckily, that didn't happen here in the first game of the best-of-5 in top 8.
Each set he goes forward. Doing that right now.
Yeah, each set as he goes forward is going to get more and more important. And Wrenched, amazing down airs and using down air on the sword, similar to how we see him like get those. How did you refer to it with the downlights? It's like a combo starter where he can like get somebody in a situation where he can get those resets off the downlights. But he was like doing it similarly with the sword in the air. Sandstorm responding very well, though. Oh, good recovery.
The right side of the stage, I feel like, is such a dangerous place to be against Sandstorm because he can, with his neutral air and his down air, like you just see there, able to active input, throw him off the side in reverse direction no matter which way he's facing. Another stock for Sandstorm. Now takes the lead, but he's deep in the red. Maybe Wrenched can equalize this. He'll have to equalize this quickly or Sandstorm will run away with a lead. That's just impossible to come back from. Nearly gets it, but the ceiling on Twilight Grove is very high. Sandstorm remains alive now without a weapon, no problem. He's got the Scythe in hand now.
Ooh, and Wrenched trying to catch him with that gravity cancel down light. Doesn't work out. Sandstorm punishes off the stage. Oh, the down air is that going to be it? It does.
Oh, man. Okay, so Wrenched to be desperately looking for a KO. Took quite a bit of damage while searching for that KO, but it's not too much. He might be able to get this game.
Ooh, and Wrenched attacking on the damage real quickly. Picks up the sword. Sandstorm still unarmed. He's doing a great job of being able to throw his weapon away, deny Sandstorm from being able to pick something up, and these weapon spawns aren't working in the favor of Sandstorm. He's just waiting for something, but once again, Wrenched in the right position to be able to pick up the sword, throw it to the side, pick up the guitars.
This is so close. I mean, anybody would look at this match and be like, oh, Sandstorm, Sandstorm's just on his way to Grand Finals, but this is looking like Wrenched might be able to take this. Really close now. Wrenched in the danger zone. Can't afford to get hit with a combo starter here because it could just end him. Sandstorm looking for a recovery. He's starting to bring out the killing blow signatures. Nice down signature. The weapon throw is avoided by Sandstorm. Wrenched comes around the bottom side. A risky move, but it pays off for him as he's equalized the damage now. It's anybody's game. Next big hit could do it.
Ooh, Wrenched putting on the down signal. Wrong direction.
No, he got rid of his weapon, but he got an unarmed uppercut anyway. This could be it. Yes, Wrenched takes game 1.
Very impressive final stock from Wrenched. Definitely behind when damage started out, but I love how Wrenched played the game. The weapon spawns worked out so perfectly in his favor when it was on right side or left side of the map. he continued to like get a hit or a weapon throw, pick up the new weapon spawn, toss it aside to hold on the guitars for as long as possible. By the time Sandstorm finally got the gauntlets, he was already in orange, and Wrench was able to close out the stock. Amazing game.
He made some risky plays, but it paid off. He can just keep doing that. He might run away with this set. See what happens here. Sandstorm grabs the first weapon. Wrench unafraid to fight unarmed. Now armed with some guitars. Oh, man. So this is interesting because we talk about Sandstorm's off-stage capabilities, you know, but Wrench also has that legacy of being just totally brutal off stage, giving you at white. It doesn't matter what health you're at. Wrench can just get KOs, but so can Sandstorm. And it seems like Wrench is a little more hesitant to fight off stage than he would be against literally anybody else because he's respecting Sandstorms. But
in fact, the one time that he did fight
the downlight reset. He didn't catch the dodge. Uh-oh, off stage. That signature can be brutal. What a grab. Can he make it back? He does. Close. A gravity cancel side light unarmed in the air.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive for an edge guard option. It was just too little too much. Wrench with the guitars. Nice little Sarah slide. Swats Sandstorm to the side. Downlight starts. He tosses the weapon away to pick up the sword. He's going to go for a recovery finished. No, just nair after nair. Sandstorm's taking so much damage. He throws the scythe down just to have a chance
now without
to land.
a weapon, Wrench takes advantage. The 3 seconds Sandstorm didn't have a weapon, Wrench was able to grab a KO off of it. He stalls the weapon spawn a little bit, getting some damage on him while Sandstorm's unarmed. There's a weapon. Wrench using it to bait Sandstorm. Sandstorm needs to grab that weapon. Okay, he's got the gauntlets now. This is good. It's good for Sandstorm. But Wrench starting to get some extra credit on this stock.
Wrench trying to find those downlight combos. There's one. Need a second one. Oh!
Sandstorm's getting wise to the downlights, right? If Sandstorm just jumps every time Wrench lands a downlight, he'll be fine, right? As long as Wrench keeps going for these. Off the side. I think that's it. All right, Wrench down to his second stock. He got Sandstorm to orange before doing so, but the lead's actually not that significant. It just depends on what happens in these next few moments. Oh. Off the side, he's still building up a lead. Whoa, the pretty unexpected move. We saw him do that a couple times at the World Championship, and I haven't really seen it since, but he's bringing it back. You know, dashing off the platform slightly. Get that traveling side signature from Asuri. Uh-oh, scary.
Oh, that ground pound.
Luckily, Wrench was had very little damage on him, because that could have been brutal.
Needs a few more ground pounds than that if he wants to be able to secure the stock. Wrench is going for a lot of these.
This could be it.
Ooh, yes! There does it.
Wrench has a significant lead now. This is huge for Wrench. He might go up 2-0 in the set. He's got to keep it going. Sandstorm always capable of taking somebody out, no matter what health they're at.
Wrench starting off with guitars just like he did in the previous stock. It seems like his plan to go for extra credit is a lot of jumping nairs or downlights. And even when you said Sandstorm getting hit by the first downlight is just jumping away from it, Wrench keeps him in the air so that he can continue to find even more of those downlights when he loses that stock.
And Wrench can also mix it up, and we see him starting to do that.
Because
if he just goes for a recovery instead of the downlight reset, it'll land if Sandstorm only jumps. So Wrench is starting to, I don't know if he can make it back from this. He does! Sandstorm unable to get the edge guard on Wrench. Wrench still alive, but he hasn't dealt that much damage to Sandstorm. Take it back. He's starting to deal a lot of damage to Sandstorm. Oh my goodness, still with 2 stocks. Is today Wrench's day?
Wrench is finding so many of these neutral lights. The way that he plays when he's ahead of stock is phenomenal. It's like he completely changes the way that he wants to be able to fight against his opponent. Sandstorm is just not being able to deal with it as well as we would expect. Neutral light after neutral light. Wrench looking for the down stick finish, but Sandstorm has him on stage.
Off stage is scary.
Another nair.
He still hasn't gotten all his jumps back. Okay. Whew.
Wrench very clever with the dodge.
Off the side. This is how he got the KO last time. Can he finish it up? Oh, got to be careful off stage. Sandstorm's fishing for it. If he can grab one of those nairs and reverse them off, he could end it, even though Wrench has an insane damage lead. Neutral light, Sandstorm off the side once again. Wrench looking for the killing blow, and he finds it. Yes! Another one for Wrench.
Excellent recovery kill off the top. Same way that they ended game number 1. And this is a 2-0 lead for Wrench over Sandstorm. And that is phenomenal. And we're just looking at him.
Oh, Sandstorm. He's thinking about it. Does he just need to change the formula?
You were alluding to the difference.
Crowd's calling out characters for Sandstorm to pick. We've seen him win tournaments with Zol. We've seen him play Azoth unarmed into incredibly fierce opponents and come out on top. You know, what's his stat gonna be? Check out these stats here. Sets won. That's total. That's the total amount of sets in any official tournaments. I didn't actually realize that Wrenched has already have two. They're actually pretty evenly matched in tournaments.
Right.
Unfortunate for Sandstorm that he has to come up against such a formidable opponent
in winter semis.
Semis right now, but that's how it goes. Oh man, Sandstorm really changing it up. I don't know that I've ever seen him play Mirage.
It makes sense to me.
It's got a Scythe. He's great with Scythe. I don't know. I'm not sure I've even seen him play Spear. This is going to be a surprise.
Yeah, I'm wondering how his Spear is going to function. I was thinking about this, and I've seen players pick Spear against. There's been a lot of Qatar play specifically at DreamHack Dallas.
Yeah.
And it seems that Spear
he quickly switched out for the Scythe. I think he just wants Scythe with different SIGs. He might be able to get that off. In 2v2, not as easy to just play one weapon, but in 1v1, you actually, you know, as long as you got stage control, you can just get rid of the weapon you don't want and try and just grab the one you do want. But this is rare to see Sandstorm have a desperation character pick.
Yeah.
It's usually the other way around where he's experimenting, seeing what he can get away with in the earlier games of the set, and then when it comes down to it, he switches to Mordex for the win. Now it's Mordex isn't getting it done for him against Wrench, and he's got to change it up. So far, so good.
It definitely seems that Wrenched is playing at his peak today.
Sandstorm without a weapon. Oh, what a risky ground pound. Sandstorm does not punish. And Wrenched might get the KO. There's a very high ceiling on this stage. These guys have really been picking big stages. Not big in terms of the platforms, but big in terms of the kill box. There's really just a lot of room around the stage. Sides and top. Even more on the top in this stage. Oh, that side air probably would have KO'd. And Sandstorm interrupted, and oh, that's brutal. Oh, and the weapon throw. Wow. Sandstorm jumped right above him. I mean, that's like the earliest that down air hitbox could have hit Wrenched. Ooh. And Wrench immediately equalizes. But the Mirage turns out to be very formidable.
Yeah, Sandstorm doing well so far. The first time he's had a stock lead, really, against Wrench since game number 1. But even then, Wrench was able to take the first stock, and he returned it so quickly. Picks up the guitars, and he's denying weapon from Sandstorm again. There, excellent spawn. Picks up the Scythe, and I love that pivot. Neutral. What an amazing string from Sandstorm off of just one nice sidelight off of the pickup of the Scythe, and Wrenched trying his best to return the damage, and now it's dead even, but the downlight, gravity cancel sidelight does not catch.
I love that combo. Nice. Wrench seals it. That's a huge play. Wrenched is one stock away from 3-0ing Sandstorm.
3-0ing Sandstorm into winners finals.
Let's see. Sandstorm about to unleash his maximum potential here.
And there's this Spear pickup from the Mirage change. He gave up the gauntlets from Mordex, and I was thinking maybe he wanted to use this Spear for its side lights, its neutral lights, just keeping Wrench from being able to get in with the guitars, but Wrench is just too formidable with the weapon. He tosses the Spear away, realizing he just doesn't have what it takes to be able to use that weapon. It goes back to the Scythe, and doing so much better with it. Already is putting Wrench towards red. Oh, the Scythe does again.
Oh, man.
At the earliest possible time that he probably could have KO'd with that move. Sandstorm even sneaks up 1-1.
And Wrench had such a big lead here, and it's just been squandered. Sandstorm now equalizing the stocks here, and the damage is not too far behind either. Can Wrench just close this out?
So close.
I feel like if Sandstorm gets this win and gets the set going to 2-1, Wrench might get in his own head and not be able to finish it up. I mean, once Sandstorm gets going like that, when the momentum's behind him, it is hard to stop that train. Wrench needs to stop it right now. This could be it. Wrench wins 3-0 against Sandstorm in winter semis. What a game.
And that ties up the set counts. 3-3.
That's 3-3. These guys are evenly matched. Sandstorm won on the big stage last year, but Wrench is showing that he's got what it takes. And now Wrench is going to be chilling in winner's final while we play out the rest of these matches. Guaranteed top 3 at DreamHack Dallas. That's a lot of money.